Do not move to Tampa Bay, Florida without weighing the pros and cons first. Please learn from my mistakes. My husband and I moved here several years ago and it all turned out okay, but we totally moved here on a whim and had done no research and had no idea what to expect. So in this video, we're going to be talking about the pros and cons of living in Tampa Bay, Florida. By the way, my name is Shae Green. I'm with Impact Realty Tampa Bay. So if you have any questions about Tampa Bay's real estate or different areas, different places to live, please feel free to give me a text, call, or shoot me an email. So you're considering moving to Tampa Bay, Florida. Well, I moved here in 2020, and these are the pros and cons that I've found since living here. Okay, so let's start with the pros. So the first thing, of course, the weather is beautiful here. You have year-round sunshine, and it's amazing that you get to go outside and spend time outside in nature year-round. I'm originally from out west in Salt Lake City, Utah, where we do get quite a bit of snow in the wintertime, and it can just be miserable for months and months on end. So it's amazing coming here and just being able to relax by the pool or go to the beach pretty much any month of the year. And speaking of beaches, the second thing that is one of the biggest pros about living in Tampa Bay is, of course, the beaches. We consistently have like the number one beach in the country here between Clearwater Beach, St. Pete Beach, Honeymoon Island, Fort DeSoto, Anna Maria Island. The list goes on, but there are so many amazing beaches here or close by. There are even dog-friendly beaches, which I absolutely love, so you can bring your dog with you and just enjoy a nice day at the beach whenever you want. Another pro is you get to live where people vacation. So obviously the amazing beaches, but then there's also really cool downtown scenes with St. Petersburg and also with Tampa. There's so many cool outdoor festivals and things constantly going on. And then obviously the sporting events with the Tampa Bay Rays, the Buccaneers, the Lightning. There's just so much to do year round. I love it. Another pro of living here is it's pretty affordable. If you talk to people that are from Florida or have lived here for a while, they will probably disagree with me and say that it's gotten so expensive. But honestly, everywhere has. And I feel like what you get for your money here is very much worth it. And it's still so much cheaper than other places in the country, especially the East Coast or the west part of the United States. There's also no state income tax, so that can definitely save you a lot of money too. So let's move on to the cons that I've noticed since living here. The first one, and I actually had no idea it was like this, but the homes here are actually quite small, especially compared to other states. And I think it's mostly because we don't have basements here, so it's mostly single level living. So typical homes, especially in the affordable price range, are going to be 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1,500 square feet. But a lot of homes do have pools, which is nice. So even for a pretty affordable price, you can get a home with a pool. But you'll just want to consider home size and things before moving here and just plan where you're going to live here accordingly. Another con is the weather. We obviously have high humidity here, which for me isn't a problem. I acclimated pretty quickly. Some people immediately come here and are like, whoa, that's high humidity, but you'll get used to it and it's totally worth it, especially come winter time when you're just relaxing by the pool and everyone else is like in a blizzard. So I'll take the humidity and the warmth as well. But also with the weather, obviously we can get hurricanes. There is a hurricane risk here. We can get heavy rainstorms. So that's just something to consider and be prepared for ahead of time. Another con is traffic and tourist crowds. So depending on where you live in Tampa Bay, it can get pretty touristy, especially around spring break. I used to live in Clearwater, and that is like a top spring break destination. So it can get really, really crazy around March and April time. And then just in general, traffic can be pretty bad here, as you would expect in most heavily populated places. So that's just something to consider. You'll definitely want to look at commute times and make sure that you live pretty close to where you're going to be commuting to. And then the last con that I've noticed is there's not great public transportation here. Typically, you will want a car to get around unless you live close to downtown or in a super walkable city, which there are pockets that are really walkable or bikeable. But in general, the public transportation, it's not going to be as good as other larger cities. I will say Tampa Bay is trying to improve in this. I think in St. Pete, they just added a tram that goes from downtown all the way to the beaches, which is super cool. So it's going in the right direction, but it's really just not there yet. So you'll definitely want to have a car. So hopefully now you have a better idea of what to expect when moving to Tampa Bay. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you so much for watching. See ya.